2016, we moved into the big red barn on 1488, and it kind of became like a little iconic home for Mercy House. It's where ministry has flowed out of.
Very early on, it ceased to be about just Kristen and myself and became a team of people that were doing ministry together.
As a family and as a ministry, we have ties with refugees from Russian-speaking countries. And so we had invited our friends who are boots on the ground in Ukraine, actively rescuing people from this invasion that's happening. We invited them to our big red barn in Magnolia. We were actually raising money for helmets and bulletproof vests and sleeping bags and sleeping cots for people who had evacuated to bomb shelters, which are subway stations underground in Ukraine. And the Ukrainian pastor that was visiting and our friend who's the founder of Sports Catalyst, he was describing why you needed a helmet, why they were raising money for 5,000 helmets. And as he was saying those words, we heard this creaking sound. It sounded like splintering wood, and we all stopped mid-conversation to sort of listen to what was happening, and then the floor just 6 inches like a roller coaster just dropped. You know, we didn't even have time to think, but the first response was prayer, and it was amazing. I mean, if you're gonna go down, you want it to be with, you know, the people of God that are in the center of His will and where He's moving. And it just felt like we're okay. We actually got to the bottom floor, and Yvonne said, "Do you still wonder why you need helmets?" He was like, "This is a wooden building. If this floor fell on our head, we would need helmets." He was like, "But in Ukraine, it's concrete buildings." And so he finished explaining it, and then literally 5 minutes later, with terrible lighting, no lighting, we went live. And, you know, all I can say is God showed up. We evacuated the building and had some structural engineers come in, and they told us it was unsafe for us to stay.
So a lot of things ran through my mind. Obviously, the safety of the 15 or 20 people that were working there today, all the intangible.
So that night, my husband and I texted Jason Shepard, and we told him what happened, and he immediately called us, and he was like, "I have a home for you guys." I'm not sure where we would be today if it weren't for Church Project, but we literally have moved 7,000 square feet of volunteer space, warehousing, online store. We even set up a studio. We've just taken over. And the family of God here has been extremely gracious. And I think in the last decade, the floor has figuratively fallen beneath us many times. I think when you step into the crisis of people around the world who are hurting, whether it's Afghan refugees, now Ukraine refugees, or pregnant teens in Kenya, there is an enemy at work, and he's constantly trying to stop the advancement of the gospel. But because of the generosity of this church, we really didn't miss a beat. We turned around and a day later mailed 3,000 boxes out of this location.
When I say the Church Project has come alongside of us, what I mean is you have come alongside of us. If you are part of this body of believers, then you have made a difference in the ministry of Mercy House Global.